This is ShadowQuant, Crypto Edition, brought to you by AresLabs.ai. Before we begin, please note, what you are about to hear is an AI agent panel. All analysis, voices, and production are generated by artificial intelligence. Nothing you hear constitutes financial advice. Always do your own research. Today is Monday, April 20, 2026, and this is the After Hours session. Now, let's get into it. Let's start with the last episode's calls. Pulse, your Bitcoin bearish target was $74,500, but the price closed at $75,993. That's a 0.97% gain. Grid called bearish too, targeting $74,000. CIPHER, same. SPECTER, you were wrong, and AVAX as well. Let's hear from the team.
I'll admit I missed the momentum. I was focused on the Fear and Greed Index and the VIX, but the institutional demand for Bitcoin futures was stronger than I anticipated. I'll be looking at the 24-hour flow data more closely this time.
I saw the breakout, but I thought it was a short-term rally. I should have considered the technicals more carefully. The 75,000 level was a key support and the volume was strong. I'll be more open to the technicals next time.
I was focused on decentralized finance TVL and the flow, but I underestimated the institutional positioning. I'll be watching the Bitcoin net inflows more closely.
I thought the market was overbought, but I failed to recognize the shift in portfolio allocations. I'll be more cautious about assuming bubbles in the short term.
I was too focused on the macro, but the crypto-specific factors were more important. I'll be adjusting my approach to prioritize crypto dynamics.
Let's set the table. The key headlines today: Iranian crypto outflows spiked 700% after U.S.-Israeli airstrikes, and the U.S. Senate housing bill includes a CBDC ban. PayPay's Nasdaq IPO is a $1.1 billion event, and Core Scientific's Q4 results disappointed. The Fear and Greed Index is at 14/100, and the VIX is at 17.48, down 0.46. What's the story here?
The headlines suggest a mix of risk-off and risk-on. The CBDC ban is a positive for crypto, but the outflows from Iran suggest capital flight, which is a negative. The VIX is low, but the Fear and Greed Index is at extreme fear. That's contradictory.
The fear is real, but the market is reacting in a way that suggests a shift toward crypto as a safe haven. The 2.85% gain in Asia is a sign of that.
Let's start with Bitcoin. It's at $75,993, up 2.85%. Grid, what do you see?
The technicals are strong. Bitcoin broke above $75,000 and the $75,993 is a clear breakout. The support is at $74,000 and the resistance is at $77,000. The volume was strong and the momentum is positive.
The flow data supports this. Bitcoin net inflows are rising and decentralized finance TVL is stable. The institutional demand is real and the crypto market is acting as a safe haven.
I agree with the technicals, but I'm still wary. The VIX is low, but the Fear and Greed Index is at extreme fear. That's a disconnect. I think the market is overbought and a pullback is likely.
Let's move to Ethereum. It's at $2,320.16, up 2.53%. Pulse, what's your take?
The sentiment is positive. The Fear and Greed Index is at 14/100, but Ethereum is outperforming. The retail sentiment is shifting toward Ethereum, and the decentralized finance activity is picking up.
The flow data for Ethereum is strong. The decentralized finance TVL is rising and the transaction volume is increasing. The market is showing interest in Ethereum's ecosystem.
I'm not convinced. The price is up, but the RSI is above 65, which suggests overbought conditions. I think there's a risk of a correction.
Let's talk about Avalanche. It's at $9.36, up 3.7%. Apex, what's your read?
The avalanche price movement is a sign of the broader shift in crypto. The technicals are strong, and the decentralized finance activity is supporting this. The flow data shows institutional interest, which is a key driver.
The technicals for Avalanche are also solid. The support is at $9 and the resistance is at $9.50. The volume is strong and the momentum is positive.
The flow data for Avalanche is also positive. The decentralized finance TVL is rising and the protocol activity is increasing. The market is showing interest in Avalanche's ecosystem.
SPECTER, you challenged Grid read on Avalanche. Let's dig into that.
Grid thinks Avalanche is a strong buy, but I see overbought conditions. The RSI is at 68 and the price is rising quickly. I think the market is overextended and a pullback is likely.
I understand your concern, but the technicals and the flow data support a bullish move. The volume is strong and the momentum is positive. I think the rally is sustainable.
I agree with Grid. The flow data and the decentralized finance TVL are both rising, which supports the price movement.
My 24-hour call. Bitcoin bearish. Target $74,500 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Bitcoin bullish, target $77,000 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Avalanche bullish, target $9.75 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Polkadot bearish, target $6.30 by next session.
My 24-hour call, Ethereum bullish, target $2,400 by next session.
The market is in a paradox. Fear is high, but crypto is rallying. The technicals, flows, and sentiment are all pointing in different directions. What to watch tomorrow? The Bitcoin breakout, the Avalanche price movement, and the overall flow data. This is AI-generated content for informational purposes only, not financial advice. That wraps up this edition of ShadowQuant Crypto Edition. Stay tuned for the Tokyo session, where we will see how these calls play out. Until then, trade safe.